everyone, and welcome to the David Goodman Reality and Truth Show. My name is Vanita Lambert, and I am the host of the show. I have the honor of hosting the show every single week, and I also get to bring on very special guests. One of my favorites, Pastor Leston Black, is back with us again. He is a life coach, and today we're going to be discussing a lot about healthcare and how much information there is or lack thereof with healthcare. Right. So that's one of the things we're going to be talking about. So Pastor Black, welcome back again. Thank you for coming back on the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
Every day above ground's a good day, isn't
yes,
it?
Definitely.
Praise God.
Definitely.
So I know you have a lot of hats that you're wearing, but today you want to discuss healthcare, and
Right.
which is my favorite topic because I am an insurance agent and I provide healthcare in every field. And so what would you like the audience to know about healthcare?
Yeah,
What's on your mind that's been bugging you that you feel, we need to get this information out?
Right. I mean, this is Christmas time.
Yes, it is.
And people are going to be consuming a lot of food. And what the doctors are saying that, a lot of people are coming on with food poisoning.
Okay.
Food poisoning. And in the black community, we have a lot of medical issues. The prostate cancer, the cancers, and so many different stuff. And most of these chronic illnesses
Okay.
are
Like
related
this
to
look.
what we are consuming,
Sure.
what we are eating.
We are what we eat.
We are what we eat, And I just want to put it out there because I don't hear anybody saying it, that the stove in our house was invented as a medical equipment.
The stoves in our houses.
In our houses were invented as a medical equipment.
Okay.
At the time when they invented the stove, there were a lot of medical problems, include COVID. People used to, COVID is not the first time around the world I've seen COVID. Mm-hmm. They added back there way back when. And in polo, all those chronic illness that people used to face in the past, the stove was invented to solve most of those problems.
Okay.
Because the reason why people were having those problems, they were not eating healthy, number one. And number two, people had to depend on outside wood fire. So to have the stove inside the house, mm-hmm. it was a means of giving people warm water, and they could help eat much healthier.
Okay.
But what have been happening to us now, we have the stove at home, and we have all that good stuff at home to cook our own food or learn to cook our own food. But most of us put that aside.
And go out and eat.
I go out and eat, most of the time it's dirty food, mm-hmm. Because I work in a restaurant in New York.
Okay.
And 90% of what I cook there, I don't eat it.
Oh.
90% of what they put out there, I don't eat it.
90% of what they serve you don't eat?
I don't eat it.
Because it's not healthy?
It is not good for us.
Do you work in like a fast food restaurant?
No.
Where a lot of stuff is fried?
I work in a Jamaican restaurant.
Okay.
And the Jamaican restaurant is good compared to a lot of other restaurants.
Okay.
But to eat that, a bunch of meat. For example, somebody come to a restaurant and buy a fish dinner for $20.
Okay.
And it's rice and peas, a fish and little gravy and that.
Okay.
I mean, you can do much better than that for $20.
Right, but I mean, that sounds pretty healthy to me. Fish is good for you. I mean, you got peas that are vegetables, so how do you tie that in? I'm just curious. Because I'm trying to learn something. I want to make sure I'm eating as healthy as I can.
Right. For the body to use up that food that you consume, the body has to turn it into liquid for it to circulate and go to all your cells.
Okay.
A fried fish with some rice and bean and gravy, the body go use very little of that. Because what happens when that food go inside of you, mm-hmm. sometimes it's stuck in there for a long, long, long time.
Okay, yeah, different foods take, different times, certain amount of time to digest.
Well, there's certain food you
So-
put in your system.
Some takes longer than others.
There's certain food you put in your system, the body's not able to handle it. Especially with the type of chemical on those food. The body is not able to handle it. So sometimes it takes years.
To digest food?
To come out of our system.
Oh,
We
okay.
put it in our system, make sure whatever put in, it can
Is healthy.
come out.
Okay.
Because, a lot of us, a lot of people have, for example, diabetes.
Yes.
And what the scientists are saying today is, they talk about not eating sugar and those type of stuff, good stuff. It's not really sugar anymore.
Now that's a good topic. Diabetes.
Diabetes.
As an insurance agent, part of my job is to ask questions about the medications that most people are taking. And, I advocate for seniors, so I'm, in the senior field. And there is a very high percentage of my clients that have diabetes.
Diabetes can.
And then, excuse me one second, and then the doctors, some of them they're pre-diabetic. So they're taking stuff before they become, they're trying to be proactive now because diabetes, is claiming a lot of lives. So if you're diabetic, then you should be on a very strict diet.
I mean, before you get to be a diabetic.
Before you even get to that point? Okay.
You should, what we put in the system. Because what happens, why people become diabetic? Because the pancreas in our system, it produces the insulin to digest our food. And based on what we put in our system, that pancreas will work. And sometimes we're not putting enough nutrients in our system for that pancreas to, it's like a car. You're not putting the right gas or oil in the car for the car to function.
I get you.
So we're not putting the proper food in our body to help the body to function. So the pancreas now is so toxic because the food we're putting to our work that the pancreas stop working.
Exactly. And everybody is different,
Well,
I mean, some people can eat fried foods all their lives and never get, high blood pressure.
No, we're not so much different.
But I mean, our health situations are different. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. My great grandmother, she died in like 1991. When she died, she was 91, 92 years old.
Right.
Okay, so she drank beer, she smoked a pipe, and she ate pork her whole life.
Right.
And she ate like chitlins and all these things that I don't even eat anymore because, they're not good for my body. But what I'm saying is this woman had good health and genes. Like none of that stuff bothered her, and she never had a surgery, and she died of natural causes.
At 91.
At 91, 92, somewhere around there.
But at the same time, she used to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. Your grandma used to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables.
I didn't see her eating a lot of that because when she, don't forget, like when she grew up in 92, it was like 1901. It was, the 19th century. Right. So they didn't even have the information that we have now to even eat healthy. It was like, and you're poor and you're black and she's from Alabama. She ate whatever she could, and mostly it was what was on the farm, the pigs, the cows, and stuff like that. So they didn't have the health information that we have now. So she ate that her whole life. But what I'm trying to say is certain people's health system, some people are just healthy. And they can do those things. Very few, not everybody.
Right,
it's always good to eat healthy. But she's one of those people that I know that ate all the stuff that I'm trying to stay away from. I try to stay away from pork and beef, and I'm trying to eat vegetables and all this stuff. But it didn't even faze her.
I guarantee you
and she died of natural causes, no surgeries
I guarantee
or anything.
that your grandmother was hard working full time.
Oh, she worked in the fields. But not at 91. I mean, of course,
but
she was
all her
retired.
life she was always active. Working.
Well, yeah. She had no choice.
And she wasn't like us today have an office job. And
I don't know if she had an office job.
no,
but
she
didn't
did have
have
office
the
job.
education for
She
that.
did have an office job, and she did have a nice car driving around.
No, she didn't drive at all.
Right. So she was.
But yeah,
She was
she
very-
was active.
she was
She was
very active.
active. Yes.
So that didn't affect her back then only because she would walk probably 8 miles a day or something like that.
I don't know. I doubt it. But
My grandmother used to walk like about 8 miles a day.
so what you're saying is that okay? So if you exercise, you can eat those things.
But back then,
Back then, right?
even
You had no
today,
choice.
even today, people will eat those type of stuff
Uh-huh.
and still survive it because they do construction work, they do they have
Right.
an active life.
Right.
But when you driving around, have an office job, in general, we should not be putting those stuff in our system.
Right. I agree. We shouldn't. I'm just, like
Especially-
we all this information we have now and the vitamins and eat healthy and this, that, and the other, they didn't have back then, and so many people survived. But then again, so many people died at a very early age because they didn't have the technology that we have, and they ate the pork and all this and the salt, and they could have died from a heart attack that if it happened now, you could be saved because you have the information.
But even back then, the
So am I missing your point?
no. I'm saying to you, my father died this year at 91.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm sorry to hear that.
He wasn't a vegetarian.
He was a vegetarian?
He was not a vegetarian.
Was
But
not?
He was not a vegetarian.
Okay.
He eat meat, especially chicken.
Uh-huh.
But he was active, very active. He had a quarry, so he was hard working.
Okay.
So compared to what we're doing today, we shouldn't be putting
A lot of things in our bodies.
in our body, especially the
If you're diabetic.
processed food. Because a lot of us become diabetic because we're not
Active.
we're just ignorant of the body work.
And could it be genetics too? Could it just be passed on from generation to generation?
No. The doctors are saying it now, that is what we eat.
Okay, it's not passed on from one generation to the next.
No.
Okay.
You cannot inherit disease from your parent. The doctors are saying, well, your parents have cancer, whatever. The doctors is really on a different level. I mean, I wouldn't trust most doctors. Doctors are good people, but I wouldn't trust what I said. As a matter of fact, I have been teaching these things from 1983
Okay.
about preventive medicine, eating right. And of course, some of my church brethren, you'll say that the Bible says us pray and eat it.
Pray and eat it.
Just pray and eat. The Bible said that, And we used to have a debate. I was 23 when I was doing all of these good stuff. And we used to have a debate with these church people. But what happened today, what they were teaching there, people are becoming billionaires off of them. The concept.
Okay. Yeah.
Because a lot of people
it's the money.
live
yeah.
that way, and now most of them are diabetic. And the pharmaceutical is taking away all the pension.
Exactly. Yeah, a lot of things are done based on just the money. Like, I personally believe that there was like a cure for AIDS way back like in the 90s or the early 2000s. But if you cured it, the money is in the medication, not in the cure. That's what I believe. Because there's so many people surviving with HIV, with AIDS and all that. How is that possible without medication?
I don't understand the AIDS thing with what they're putting out there today.
Well,
But-
it's a disease. It's a fatal, infectious disease that you can catch, through intercourse. And
Yeah, I understand. But
Okay,
I mean, I've not really researched it to
right.
really talk about it. But what I'm saying today, that I don't really trust pharmaceutical stuff. And the
I
doctors
read
are-
up on all the side
The doctors
effects.
are saying it today because, a matter of fact, I was in university at 23. Well, from was 20 to do medicine. And when I learned about the side effects of pills, they talk about from in the 80s, I couldn't.
They all have a lot of side effects.
Too
Even
much side
vitamins.
effects.
Even vitamins have side
But
effects.
the vitamins on shelf out there, people shouldn't be taking that.
Yeah, there's a lot of vitamins that have side effects. If you try to take vitamins, like when I discovered I had high cholesterol. Okay. I forget which one is the bad one, the LDLs or the HDL, whichever one it is. I had the high bad ones. And I tried to tell my doctor, actually, I refused to take the statin. So what I did, I said, let me work on it. So for 6 months, and I had to go get my blood work done every 6 months. For 6 months, I exercise. Well, I exercise almost every day anyway, so that's nothing new for my body. But I changed my diet for the most part of it, and nothing really, they went down a little bit, but not enough. And what he told me was that take the medication, and they get paid for every prescription they write too, I believe.
Right.
So what he said the medication, and I said it has the side effects, it's giving me headaches, this and the other. He said to take the medication to cure it, to get it down, and then you stop and continue to do this, and it just didn't work for me. You know what I mean? Because he said you're getting older, and it's just not going to work for me. But it might work for you because we have different systems.
It's not going to work for anybody.
Okay.
Because according to what the doctor is saying today, the best medicine is the food that they put in your system. Because when you put the food in your system, it's just like the motor car out there. If you don't put the right oil and the gas in the car, as a matter of fact, the motor car is designed from a human body.
I understand.
If you don't put the right oil, because we sometimes treat our motor vehicle better than we treat our body.
Yes, we do. And the shoes, don't forget the sneakers.
Because we are going to put in the best oil, we are going to put in the best gas, and we're going to make sure that we give the car the monthly maintenance that it needed, that it can function. But when it comes to our body now, we go and buy, in the Jamaican community, a cocoa bread, a patty, and a soft drink. And we think that can hold us for the day, you know. The body needs more than that to function.
Exactly.
As a matter of fact, you know, there are so many fruits and vegetables, they are nuts, that, you know, we have so much good stuff to put in our system. So why leave the fruits, the vegetables, and the nuts, when they are so pretty and look nice, why leave that and go and eat the meat?
So what do you recommend? So what do you recommend for our audience? Like what is your idea of a nice balanced diet for the day? Just take me through a breakfast, lunch, and dinner for just one day, so we can give our audience, you know, some examples of what to eat and when to eat it and how much of it.
Well, I would eat mainly raw food. Like
for breakfast? Let's start at breakfast.
Breakfast, yeah, like a lot of vegetables.
For breakfast?
A lot of fruits.
Fruits?
A lot of fruits.
One. Okay.
Some oatmeal. And, you know, you have the cashews. You have
nuts.
The almond
you can throw
nuts.
That, yeah.
And so many good stuff.
So no eggs?
I don't eat eggs.
Let me tell you what I had for breakfast this morning. You're probably going to get mad. I call it a grit bowl. I make a pot of grits, and I put butter, cheese, salt, pepper, and I chop up sausages and scrambled eggs, and I mix it all in there together. And that's what I have for breakfast. Now, grits are good for you.
Grits is good, but the sausage and
turkey sausage.
The sausage and the
turkey sausage.
Well, I wouldn't put that in.
Turkey sausage doesn't have the oil that regular sausage
But those processed food is like, what do you call it now? The
processed food.
No, those sausages here. I met a gentleman one time and he said to me, he was working out of those processed plant and he wouldn't eat those processed stuff because of what they put use to bake it. So I wouldn't eat those processed stuff.
Okay.
You know, the grit is good.
How about turkey bacon? I do that too. I eat
turkey bacon.
Turkey bacon, yes.
What turkey bacon mean
Well, instead of coming from a pig, it comes from a turkey.
The processed bacon.
The bacon.
Yeah.
It's not processed. It's turkey bacon.
If you raise your chicken at home or your turkey at home, I mean, I would eat that.
Okay.
But to buy it from those processed things from the supermarket, I wouldn't trust those stuff.
Okay. All right. So, folks, eat healthy. You
Yeah,
are what you eat.
bec-
I mean, try to eat. So you're saying try to eat as many vegetables
as
and
many
many
vegetables
fruits,
can.
any kind of vegetables, any kind of fruit. It doesn't
Because,
matter.
for example,
And
no.
nuts.
For example, you could say, all right then, make in your lunch, for your lunch, you could say, all right then, put some spinach in a bowl. You could add some, cut some slice of apple and put with that. You could put some nuts in it. You could put some raisins into it. And just throw a little olive oil over that. And you could just sprinkle a little salt on it. And nothing nice like that.
I eat my salads without any salad dressing. I mix it all up. I do spinach, lettuce. I'll throw in cheese, eggs, croutons, olives, whatever. And I don't eat any oil on mine.
Just like olive oil,
No, I don't put any oil
You
in
put
it.
oil at it.
Yeah, but oil is not that great for you.
Olive oil, I'm talking about olive oil, not the normal oil. But
I don't
olive
put
oil
that
is-
either.
Olive oil is good.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I
Yeah.
eat mine plain, and my husband's like, "How can you eat it like that?" So I feel like it's healthier. I throw all my other stuff in, and I eat it that way.
You're doing too much.
Huh?
You're doing too much.
I'm doing what I like.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta. I feel like, nutrition is great, and you can eat healthy, but I don't believe in eating something I don't like. I never fed my kids things that they did not like. Like I would make different things. Like one would like spaghetti with red sauce, and one would like spaghetti with cheese. I mean, if you're gonna be healthy, if I'm gonna eat healthy, it absolutely have to be something I like. I am not gonna eat things I do not like just because they're healthy. Because there's so many things that are healthy for you. I'm not gonna make the sacrifice and eat things I don't like.
But the cheese is not that good for us. Because what happened, that cheese thing there,
Yeah,
especially at our age,
yeah.
the doctors is talking about it today. It clogs up the
Right.
system.
It does, but you know what? I sprinkle it, so I'm eating very little, or it's shredded cheese or something.
Yeah.
I'm not eating big,
I eat a little.
big chunks of
I eat a little,
cheddar cheese.
I like,
I do everything in moderation.
I like what you call it, the bread with the cheese, the cheese butter there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I eat a lot of that.
So
sometimes.
you eat bread?
I eat a lot of bread.
Okay. So bread turns into sugar.
Well, you have to put something in the system,
Yeah, okay.
Your body needs some carb. So bread is is one.
I believe in doing everything in moderation, but what I will recommend is, I'm not going to recommend anything because, I'm not a doctor and I haven't studied nutrition or anything, but I try to, whatever you're eating, I think if you exercise with it, that will enhance your body and make you a little bit healthier. I would try to cut back on the sugars. I would try to cut back on some of the starches. And me personally, when I discovered I had high cholesterol, I stopped eating pork and I stopped eating beef. And then I learned the shellfish that I'm eating has more cholesterol than the beef and the pork.
Right. But in the exercise, you have to be careful with that.
Be careful with what? The exercise?
Too much exercise, because a lot of people now doing knee surgery. So you want because I don't do any active exercise.
I have a personal trainer
I'm
who studied the body, and so he sets up my exercise. I go 3 times a week.
No, nothing wrong with doing that
Yeah.
exercise, especially you drive.
You feel good.
You drive and you're not taking the bus and up and down like I do. And the reason why I take the bus and not driving is because I want to get my exercise in. It give me, live in New York, you
live in New York, you don't even need a car.
I need a car.
You don't.
But
if I lived in New York, I probably wouldn't even have a car.
I consciously, try to move around
Sure.
as much as I can. And with that amount of activity, because people are active, they don't really need to go to the gym and do exercise if you're active. All you have to get, if you need extra exercise, get a second job.
Yeah. Sometimes.
That's what I do.
Well, walking is great. It's a great exercise, but my personal trainer, he focuses on the upper body, the lower body, certain parts of the body to strengthen it. Like I tore my rotator cuff.
Right.
And he kind of like worked on that with me to strengthen it, to make it stronger. So, I mean, you know, whatever you're exercising, whatever you're, you know, whatever you want to do it. If walk, my husband only walks. He walks at work. He does like 1,000,000 steps and that's it. He doesn't
walk
go
to
to the
work?
gym. Yep.
Right.
So,
How far is work from home?
no, he does not walk to work. He
Oh,
walk
oh.
at work. He
Oh.
walks at work. He works at Yale Hospital, so he's all over the hospital.
Okay,
And then you
okay.
wear the Fitbit. It tells you how many steps that you're taking.
Right. So he's busy around the hospital.
Oh, he's very busy, like you said.
Yeah.
So we have about a minute and a half left.
Right. So what I want
Talking
to
about all
what-
this food is making me hungry.
What I want to come back to,
Okay.
we should learn to cook at home.
Learn to cook at home.
Yeah, I'm not saying you cannot eat meat, but we need to eat a little less.
Okay.
A little less, especially processed meat. And eat a lot of, because the body, 70% of the body is water.
Right.
So the more vegetable, the more fruits to take, and the more water you drink,
The better off you are.
better off you are.
You know what I go by? I go by my blood work. When I go get my blood work, I look at the numbers and see, you know, what's good and what's bad, and try to, you know, work on whatever the things I need to, like my cholesterol. I'll be working on that forever. But anyway,
Yeah.
take good care of your bodies. You are what you eat. Pastor Leston Black is a life coach.
Right. And I studied
Please share.
nutrition. I studied nutrition all my life.
And, oh, okay. And he's studying nutrition his whole life. So please share this information and be conscious of what you eat and try to exercise and stay healthier so you can stay around a little bit longer. So,
And you could
Leston
prevent-
Black, I want to thank you
Yeah.
so much for coming on the David Goodman Show. You'll be back.
Yes.
He's one of my regulars. He'll be back. So
Right.
thank you very much for joining us. This is the David Goodman Reality and Truth Show, and we're on your side.